Hey everybody, this is Daryl, aka The D from the Simply Incredible podcast, and today I've got my weekend haul. This week, unfortunately, no baseball cards. I did have a box that I already opened, so that's on here. The 2020 Topps Gallery. I had two autographs in the box, which I thought was pretty cool. So give that a check out, and let's go. We're going to start off with a painting. A good friend of mine, Josh, who has been on the podcast a couple of times, I have a link down below for his Instagram page. Uh, he had a sale, and everything I got today is from his sale. So, gosh, and the sad part is, um, he had so much more stuff there that was absolutely amazing. I definitely could have bought more, and well, two of my friends, they got there a little bit before me, so they got some really good stuff as well. But first off, I'm going to show a painting that he did for me. He's an artist, and he was selling stuff trying to get more money for his art, and which to me is so cool, so very cool that you can use your hobby to support one of your passions. Another one of your passions, not just comics, but he also does comics and things such as this here, which I've had this for a long time now, and he actually put a Harley in there for me. It's an actual sketch there that he did for me. So in Josh, he's done many things. Well, here's another one right there. I've got more of his stuff, and he's got a project that he's been working on for the last couple months, and really hoping that that takes off for him because Josh is a good dude. He's a good dude, even though we're mortal enemies. But first off, the painting. And before I show this, I'll say this. This is a painting that some people will think it's really, really awesome. And a lot of people will be like, what is that? And to me, I love stuff like this. And I know a lot of people right off the bat is like, what is it? It's what you think it is. That's what it is. And I said, now, which side is up? He goes, that's up to you. So this might be up. This might be up. This might be up. Now, I would tell you one of the things that I'm a space nerd also, as long as a comic book nerd, as long as a baseball card nerd, a sports nerd. I'm a nerd with my toes in many nerd waters. But when I see this, the first thing I think of is some of the space pictures where it shows like a nebula exploding or something, and you see like the gases and stuff in space. To me, that's kind of what I see in here. But there's so many other interpretations that I think is really, really cool. One of the reasons I like art, because it doesn't have to be, something so specific, so clean, like an Adam Hughes picture, an Alex Ross drawing, a piece of art where they're so clean. This right here is so, I don't know if it's abstract. I don't know if that's the actual term for it. I know it's not a mosaic, but it's so different and for me, I think it's cool. I think it's really, really cool. Josh, thank you so much for giving me that. You didn't sign it though. Just throwing it out there. All right, now we're going into the comics. I've got a couple graded books along with a bunch of dollar bin stuff. And a few of them I was like, why is that in a dollar bin, dude? It is what it is. And a few books that I've wanted for a while and finally got to pick them up. We're going to start with these over here. I want the 90s to come back for this reason right here. Old Wizard magazines. I love these. This one is The Wizard Guide to Collecting Special Edition. But this one's got the old Image comics on there with all the artists from Image adding something to it, which I think is really, really cool. I hope you hear me through the paper. There we go. And I always thought Image was just so good. And on the inside, finally, a book you can judge by its cover. There you go. The Guide to Collecting Wizard. That to me is awesome. Uh, One day I'm going to do a live stream, and I'm going to go back 28 years to one of these books here. Probably not the next, but the one after. But Wizard issue number 13 from September 1992. Yeah, Ghost Rider on the front looks awesome. Got the old Price guys in here. Gosh, so cool. Oh, that's awesome. Got the nice Ghost Rider pull out, pin up, centerfold. So that's pretty awesome. Next, October 1992. There you go again. I find these things to be absolutely amazing. And same cover, pin up there. Do kids still like have posters and stuff pinned up in their rooms nowadays? Let me know, as I'm curious about that. Next, this is November 1992. I'll probably wait until November to do this one. So I'll probably use this issue for the old Price guide. That is so cool. And Mike McNabb, is that who it was? Mark McNabb does these covers. There you go. So I was looking at this right here. Seeing some of the covers that they had right there. It's really awesome. Let's see if this one had a pin up inside, because, yep, it does. And same thing, just a little bit smaller. Well, about the same. Oh, Dark Horse and Valiant crossover. Predator versus Magnus the Robot Fighter. I remember Magnus the Robot Fighter, when they came out, was probably the hottest book out there. For 1990s, I guess it was 92, well, maybe 91, when that first come out. Magnus was it was like a $25, $30 book. I know a lot of people was like, well, that's not very much. Back then, that was quite a bit. Oh, I dropped something here. Hold on. There we go. All right, next. Let's see. This is issue 17 from December 1992. There we go. There we go. And we got an old school Spider-Man game. I think that's awesome. And there's that pinup of that cover. There we go. And this fell out. I remember when these came out. These were really hot cards when they first come out. Upper Deck Fanimation cards. Those things were really hot back then. Skybox, Fleer, they also had cards back then. I think Fleer is still in the market for the superhero trading cards, which is awesome. Now to the comics. It's got a pretty decent stack of them. A bunch of dollar issues that some of them I think should have been dollars and some of them shouldn't have. Like this one probably should have. Dark Horse Comics number 2. I just like that cool RoboCop cover there. That looked awesome. X-Men 451, I believe it is. I think that's what issue this one was. Yep, 451. Got a nice pull-out cover there. There we go. Looks really cool. And, well, they're a little bit more to the bottom of it also. There we go. On the podcast, on one of my friends' podcasts, we were talking about spec markets and prices and everything. One of my friends actually pointed to these ads. He said back in the day, one of the big spec things was the Mile High comic book ads, and there's one of the old school Mile High comic book ads. He was like, "Man, Wizard and Mile High." It's like that's where we got so many of our prices from back in the day. So I never thought about the Mile High, but I do remember Wizard. If I'm not mistaken, I believe, which I probably am mistaken, I think Beckett had a sports cards one. I mean, a comic book one at one time. Price guide. I might be wrong on that. I know they had like action figures and stuff like that at one time. A free comic book day. Uh, Vampy, good old Vampirilla. I know it's free comic book day. I paid $1 for it. I just think it's cool. There's two more free comic book day books I do have in here. This one I think is cool. This is some of the kind of things that Josh does. This is not actually Josh's stuff, but he gets a lot of these. He loves these kind of things, which was surprising that he sold them. There you go. Stuff that creators, they put their passion into, their own creations. They go and buy papers, printers, and make their own little comics, which the more I think about it, the more I was like, that's really, really cool. And this one I didn't even realize was in there. Moochie the Dumpster Cat. That to be hilarious. Moochie the Dumpster Cat. Let's see. By Skunk Ape. There you go. Skunk Ape. Both of them by Skunk Ape. He has another one that I really, really want. The Despondent Duck. I really want the Despondent Duck. He couldn't find it. He wasn't going to sell it, but he couldn't find it, so we didn't even get to look at it and read it. I've looked online for it, and it's just nowhere. It's just nowhere to be found. Next, I just saw these covers and thought, wow, those are amazing. Heavy Metals, Turna, I think's how you pronounce it. I just saw it, and my first thought was, that is an amazing cover. He goes, well, what do you expect? It's Alex Ross. But legitimate. And this is the one that really caught me. I love that. I just think that's amazing. I've never seen this by Alex Ross. It's a 5-issue series, and Josh said he had 1, 2, and 3 right there. He said, if I find issues 4 and 5, I'll give them to you because I know I have them. So, Josh, if you find these, send them my way, buddy. Send them my way. I think they look amazing. It's a little 3-issue set in the dollar bin. So, $1 each, $3 for a set. Can't beat that. Grizzly Shark, #1 by Image. Grizzly Shark Returns, #2. Kind of a Jaws homage, sorta. Not exactly, but a little homage there. Next, Grizzly Shark versus Sea Bear. That is issue 3 in the set. It was a little 3-issue series. I was like, I can't pass that up. I can't. I should, but I can't. The next two are the free comic book ones I picked up. The Tick. There we go. And The Tick. 2 different ones. I should have looked to see what years they were because it doesn't say on the cover. It just has the free comic book day. One of the things I did look on the back, and they did not have the stamp on them, which I hate when they put stamps on them, but some people say they're told they have to, and other people are like, we do it just because of advertising, and some people just don't do it at all. Like Midtown Comics, I've gotten some from them, never had that on it. Whenever I find these in dollar bins, I always pick them up when they're in really nice shape, It's got a ding on the one corner. Other than that, really nice. Batman, The Long Halloween, issue 4, Issue 4. This is the New Year's Day. Got a nice Joker story in there. Issue 5. This is the Valentine's Day. I already have the series, but when I find these dollar bins and stuff, I always pick them up. I'd love to have another set, 2, 3, 5 of them. I remember when these came out, and I was going to get them, and I passed on them because I missed the first 2. And I was like, I'm not going to go back and get them. And, well, he had the first 3. Got Mars Attacks. This is the subscription cover. Is that what this one is? Yeah, subscription cover. There we go. And he made sure I knew these are in the My Lights. Mars Attack number 2. This is the A cover. And number 3 also an A cover. There you go. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Now we're going to go to the original Punchline. Punchline number 1. This came out, it's about 3 years ago, I believe. I think that's two or 3 years ago. So I remember it's when I still had an LCS. So I think it was 3 years ago. I do have the second print of this. They sold out of the first print. It was sold out online. So I was like, I guess I'll never get that. So there we go. Punchline number 1. Punchline number 2. Punchline number 3. And punchline number 4. There we go. Let's see. Is that still low enough? Yeah. Okay. This is the one I just saw. I picked it up because I like He-Man. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. This is from the New 52 era, number 5. I think this is, they had multiple origins of She-Ra. And this is one, I think the first of the origins of She-Ra. I think issue 13. I might be wrong on that. 11, 12, or 13 is the first appearance of She-Ra in America. That's not in the old mini comics. So I was hoping you'd have that one too, or some more of these, because I think these are awesome. All right, this is one of the books that I was like, pull it aside for me, so that way I can at least have first shot at it. And he was like, no problem. But he pulled the whole set of them. Even better. It is Captain Kronos Vampire Hunter. These are the Hammer, what's it called? Hammer Glamour covers. I just think it looks awesome. I have no idea what's inside. Issue 2, the Hammer Glamour cover. Issue 3, the Hammer Glamour covers. Issue 4, what kind of cover is this one? It's the Hammer Glamour cover. I think they're awesome. I know nothing about it. I know they're not kid friendly, but I just thought they were cool. That was sold as a set, so it wasn't. Those were not dollar bins. These next 3 were dollar bins. There's a couple more I should have pulled, and I didn't. I wish I had them now. He probably sold them, but oh well. Spawn number 1. Not the retail, but still. Spawn number 1. Number 9, first appearance of Angela. I actually do have the retail for that one, or newsstand, excuse me. And okay, people, I have Spawn number 300 now. It's the Greg Capullo cover. It's not that hand-me-down Todd McFarlane ASM 300 cover that's been done to absolute death. But I think this cover is absolutely amazing. Oh, that virgin cover looks awesome. Capullo, Greg Capullo. A couple more. Well, I think most of The next few are $1 bin ones also. X-Force number 2. That is the second appearance of Deadpool. I gotta get that first appearance. Can't do it. Can't find it for, in the cheap. Issue 11, X-Force issue 11. The first appearance of Domino, but her first appearance was also in New Mutants, New Mutants 98, excuse me, New Mutants 98, along with Deadpool. But that was apparently someone pretending to be Domino. There you go. So technically that's her first appearance, even though she was in a different issue. I think a couple different issues, to be honest. Dollar bin, anytime I find this, the next two, let's go ahead and pull that over here too. In dollar bins, I'm going to try to pick them up when they're in good shape. Supergirl number 1. And my favorite Catwoman outfit for me, some people agree, some people disagree. Catwoman number 1. I know Fuchsia only. She has a nice graded copy of this one. Awesome cover. I'm going to take a good look at that to see if it's high grade, high enough, possible 9.8. If so, I might be shipping that one in. Next, Legends of the Dark Knight, issue 50. Gold foil on there, or bronze foil, or foil of some sort. Yeah. Joker with Joker Cat. This one was not in a dollar bin. To be honest, I don't know how much I paid for because he made a package deal for everything. Heck of a package deal. There we go. Now we're going to start getting into some of the a little bigger books. The Tick number 1. And I mean literally, this book is a little bigger. This is one of the books I was like, hey, can you pull that one aside for me? Let me take a good look at it. It does have some ticks on the spine, but all in all, nice book. It's not the first appearance of the Tick. The first appearance was in something else, not comic book. The first comic book appearance was, I don't know if it's considered an issue 0 or just called special edition. It is a white cover. The Tick and the logo and everything look identical, but the background is white. So they consider that the first comic book appearance. Next, let me pull these. A little bundle of Tick books. Issue 4. The first appearance of Arthur. Do you watch the TV show? Yeah. Really, really good on Amazon Prime. Issue 5. I don't know if you guys heard that, but my dishwasher. It's almost done washing some dishes. Yes, even us world famous YouTubers wash dishes. I can't even say I'm world famous without laughing. Issue 7. Yep, issue 7. There was actually 2 copies of that. Oh well. Issue 9. There were 2 copies of that one. And issue 11. Issue 11. There we go. Now, some of the bigger books that are not physically bigger. Alita, the Battle Angel. I saw the movie and I was like, man, that was a really good movie. I knew it was based on a comic, but I hadn't seen it. He had one for sale. He put it online a few weeks ago, maybe a month or more ago. And we hadn't had a chance to catch up with him, and I bought it from him. So very happy to have the first appearance of Alita. Really, really good story. At least the movie was. I haven't read the book yet, but the movie was. Another movie that was really good from a comic, The Watchmen #1. Very nice copy of this one. Very happy to now have this in the collection. Most likely going off to get graded. The comic book story was really, really good. I think most people, not all, but most people agree it's one of the better comic book movies, the adaptation. So there we go. Had to grab that one. And the one that I've been really wanting to get for a very, very long time. Very nice copy of Amazing Spider-Man #36, also known as the 9/11 copy. Been trying to find one of these for a long, long time for a decent price. And he hooked me up good on it. Hooked me up good on it. There we go. That's another one most likely being shipped off. With that black cover, I'm sure it's not going to be a 9.8, but looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Two graded books. Two graded books. Both of these are CBCS. We have Akira #1. We got a 8.0. This is something I've heard about for a long time. And I think, maybe I'll get one, maybe not. And I saw he had one, and I was like, you know what? Now's the time to pull the trigger on it. He gave me a really good deal on this 8.0 copy. So, yeah. It is very, very thick book. Is it square bound? Yeah, it is a square bound. It's got a little ding right there in that corner. So, yeah. At first, I thought about sending it back in because I didn't really look at it real close. But, nah, it's got that ding right there on that corner. So, yeah, I'm not going to send that in to get it regraded or anything. There's no reason to. But, really, really cool. And the last one is one I've wanted, again, for a couple years. I didn't even know he had this. And one day we were talking. He was like, yeah, I got one. I was like, wait, what? He said, yeah, I got one. You want? And he shot out a price that was way too high. And my counter offer was a quarter. Of course, he was offended by it. But we're good friends / mortal enemies. So he came down to a price. I'm like, all right, I can't pass that up. Supergirl and the Legend of Superheroes, is that what it's called? The Legion of Superheroes, issue 23. That is the, gosh, I'm trying to get without that massive glare, that Adam Hughes variant that is absolutely gorgeous. You got a 9.2 on there. And if you look closely, look at the old CBCS logo or label. Man, this thing is so old. It's crazy. He told me he actually won this from a local shop. And I'm like, I'm gonna probably crack this and get it regraded, get it pressed and graded. And hoping we can jack it up to a 9.6, 9.8 would be amazing. So very, very happy to have this in the old collection. You know what? I was thinking I had an homage over there somewhere. I'm not sure if I do or not. But very, very happy to have this now in the collection. Let me see. Oh, cool. It's old, but the label is old, but it still does have the label, the verification, not verification, where I can go in to see the grader notes on it. So I'm definitely going to do that to see what the grader notes were, to see if it's pressable defects or not, because to be honest, looking at it, it looks pretty good. It looks very clean. There is a scratch on the case, but it looks pretty clean. There we go. That beautiful Adam Hughes Supergirl cover. And it is the direct edition. So anyway, that is my weekend haul. There's a show coming up this coming weekend, unfortunately, due to having a weak immune system and stuff, I'm going to talk to my doctors tomorrow, see what they say, but I'm pretty sure they're going to nix me being able to go to it. But that's okay. That's okay because I had one heck of a good haul this week. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. Tomorrow, trying to think which night I'm going to do it. Coming up one day soon, I'm going to be doing an unboxing. It's going to be the 90 Dunruss cello packs. Looking forward to doing that. Got a few more baseball card boxes we're going to be doing in the next few weeks. Kind of, shaking things up a little bit. Sometimes comics, sometimes cards, sometimes things that are not even close to either one. We'll see how things go. But that's all I got. You guys have an incredible day.